Mamani Openi Richard Kumadoe ending komo na yenjene thought was a security analyst na as to what he makes of a year demonstration fix the country for no episode one more a year na one more demanded the use of private security personnel. Chief, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Zame.
Now, in both the sound of Peja.
Bacha Mehoye.
Yo. A year fix the country the more any and who ends my focus on their request to use private security for the demonstration. We'll take on that.
Oh, predominantly America almost you see private security companies and I said groups with arms to protect the demonstrators. And the reason is they want to protect them against other factions or other demonstrative groups. Predominantly in the case of Omawa, almost 30 years face the country group, and Chebiana, some other guys also came to face what they call facing the country. And that one straight away created a confrontational division line between them. And in that regard, Mijidipa said that is why they want to go that. Number two, and then one of the reasons he gave was that the sporadic nature of police using live bullets will put them in danger. So you see private security company and I said people with arms. And to put these two reasons together, if it's in Ghana a new thing, but across the group, particularly in America, it's too new. And point number three is you don't even need to tell the police to carry it along, isn't it? So those are the permutations in there.
I am reading one of the documents they referenced themselves in their request on the command, the Ghana Police Service, as to who can wield a weapon in a public place. And that person, in order to wield a weapon in a public place, would have sought the express permission of the Ghana Police, one more penny, the IGP, and some of it may use it in a public place. The law frowns on using an asset showcasing a gun or any other weapon in a public place.
No, that cannot be 100% truth. It might be correct, but it cannot be truth. When you have a gun, and let's say number one, security company no person using, if Ghana give them a license, say these officers who work at this security company can hold a gun and use a gun, you don't need the permission of the IGP to carry your gun. Then number two, if I have a private gun, which the state allows me, in which capacity, I don't need the permission of the state to put my gun in my car or to hoist it. And to hoisting your gun can be seen as displaying your gun. Pointing your gun at somebody or pointing it upstairs can have different implications or different connotations or different meanings about the interpretation of the reasons why you were given the gun. And those are the things.
My quoting running from our expressly now afino opposition hold whether you still stand by that. Embrano essay section 7 control of public display of arms or ammunitions. Was say no person shall, except in accordance with the terms of a permit granted under this decree or with the written consent of the Inspector General of Police, publicly display any arms or ammunition, including explosives, or discharge any firearm or any other weapon in any public place. That's what the law says.
I mean, public places where, let's say I'm around my house, in my house area, I have my gun in my car. And
are you not taking this out of context in the sense that this is a public demonstration or one more episode?
So that is what I'm saying. If I don't know the security company they want to use, but if the police give permission to that security company, that officers who work for this company can own a gun and they can use the gun, then the state allow them in that regard. Like when you take those guys who work in some of the mining companies. Then number two, if I, Richard Kumadoe, I have a gun, which the state allows me, and I carry my gun, hoisting it and traveling with it because I'm giving the permission to hold my gun, does that mean that I can't use my gun when I'm traveling or something? That is the public space we are talking about. I'm not justifying why they want to use a private security company in that regard for their demonstration. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that if I have a gun that is registered and they give me the exclusive use of the gun, you don't need a written permission from the IGP to carry your gun along when you are traveling from here to Kumasi or to Takrady or any of those places.
Without displaying it, you've been talking about holstering your gun. If you're going to sit in the bus with your gun holstered by your side, and you are not a security operative, you think that the law allows that? Are you saying the law allows that?
Okay, so if I have a pistol, there's a level of a pistol they can give you. Some guys have been giving pistols and all those things all over the place. The law allows you to hold a pistol. Or you have the one with a gunpowder. Now they have a modernized one where you can put it in that long thing. It looks like that of the keyboard or something.
Yeah.
You put it at your back, put in your bag, and you are going to, let's say, board a car from here, and you hold it, and they put it under the car. Is it not public place you have passed with that gun?
Indeed, but you are not showcasing that gun.
So the point I'm making is that when these guys said they want to demonstrate showcasing the gun, the company they want to use, did the police give them the permission to do that? That is question number one. They themselves who want to hide a gun, put a jacket on it, a pistol, put a jacket on it, but yet people can see it. Are they allowed to do that? If the police give them the permission to do that, then they don't have a problem. But predominantly, this type of thing they want to do is a new thing in Ghana. It's not done here. You will see it in America predominantly being done.
You made a point about you listening to one of them and the reasons they attributed for their request to use private security. It's our reasons, you find them tenable?
Normally, because there are legalities involved, it's difficult to talk about what they think, what the police think. Me, Ubisanya, what I'm thinking is, I think we are making the police is making Vomawa too important. Normal he will keep on distracting them, and the element of surprise will take them by a hinge or by an inch. What we need to do is politics, any law enforcement, any advocacy. They will need to have some convergence criteria to determine what is important, what they want to achieve, and what is good for themselves and the country and their cause. They will keep on conflicting themselves and they will keep on fighting among themselves. And Minji, they really need that thing at this particular time when everybody is sitting on edge.
Opani said, Obiga chose me call demonstration na because me should say ABA another group and so Ebekakofa Bibi now Modia Mema and Tokwa Bentino Mihiam private security. Then there's an intent to exchange fire. If that should happen, and your police and they say ombe sisa money in our
But say normally police for cry to know what most of the corporates your police for mututu. So normally police for to me what other groups to me by attacking other groups and it has happened in our history as a nation.
Yes.
And having the police there, merely having the police doesn't prevent that act from happening. What prevents the act from happening is we have defined what we want to do, we have put in enough measures, and we have put in processes to forestall it. Other than that, having the police themselves there doesn't forestall many of these ones. And the almost share process in a year and what to be the red flag for them. Sometimes in himself, police can say, you guys can demonstrate passing here, other group can go this way so that you don't crash.
Opani said Ghana police in Po, what site is they have been found culpable in several instances as to abusing people's rights in the demonstration by shooting live bullets any home Kroneba. Then how much more a private firm, ABA, what was our political interest there?
No, in their case, in the case of these guys, we cannot assume, because I am a security intelligence officer and I'm a consultant. I'm not an analyst, so I have passed the stage of analyst 20 years ago. I'm a security consultant. Okay. So in the realms of security, you don't assume because the guys have not been on the ground so that we can create a trend. And I said the security risks involved. At what level of provocation do you fire a gun? I have held weapons when I was in the BNI for years. You will never see me discharging a weapon. At what level of provocation do you discharge a weapon? And what to be the level of discharge? Utu no tutu fahin. And one tutu na kwa wakobo anase bibisa.
All right, but
those are the level.
Maybe a question with you. Would you advise the Ghana Police Service, say on ama per the reasons that have been given, no, on ama these demonstrators able issue private security?
No, I think I read a police statement and I think they disagree with it.
No, I'm asking you as a security consultant, say, would you advise the Ghana Police to allow that?
If they have consulted me, I know what to tell them. But with the dispensation we are in, you are careful what advice you put out there. They may come after you and create a problem for you.
On behalf of Ghanaians, I, Samir Shen, I am consulting you this morning to seek your view
you
as
are
a
not
security.
paying me. Do you want me to send you an invoice?
Yes, send me an invoice after this one. As a security consultant, and this is a matter of national interest. Because you see, if it happens, at the end of the day, it is you we will call. Sir,
I will answer your question, but on him say, we don't live honestly. We are so hypocrite. We are so dishonest. And we are there's nothing like national interest here. Because, Sammy, let me give you one thing. This our brother, Vomoha, and I say Oketechi, and I say Captain Smart, or many, Ernesto Yabua, and many of those guys. Can the police engage them? The police could have engaged them. And all these things will stop. Your former director, Yao Donko, who nobody know up to today, needing cry, yes, but then because of the where you took me, that's why I mentioned his name. Do you know how many people they have engaged in private life? Do you know how many security, insecurity? Terrorism. Do you know how many things we have fueled in this country and the general public never get to know because of public sensitivity and the atmosphere of business productivity and economic enhancement? I don't know me yeah, can't say me yet. I wouldn't lack capacity. I can't wow. Now we are so dishonest and we are so hypocrites.
Who patch them say the current structure of the national security? Because if you reference
I can't say approach, you know, sometimes our approach, whether in politics, whether in advocacy, whether in law enforcement, some of your approach, you know, you're too confrontational and you're too aggressive. Ya mini obi, we are mini way, and now you set trap a man on Fambra, na say, as long as a Vomawagano, or see or testy waters, no, but demonstration in Kramonko. What is this, Sammy? On the 21st century, 2nd June, as I said, 3rd June, there were so many issues to talk about productively. Look at what we are doing. But sometimes it's so embarrassing.
So, if there are 30.8 million Ghanaians who are dishonest, not 30.7 million Ghanaians who are dishonest, and you find yourself amongst the few who are honest, I ask, would you advise the IGP and his police to allow for these individuals to wield their weapons to protect them?
No, you want to you change the question. You say you want to consult me, so consult me. Let's go and leave the IGP side.
Okay, now let me consult you, Mr. Kumadoe. Demonstration yeah, some issue private security no. Ube two police for say
if you are a patron, you are a patron to Vomawa and his group, I would have engaged you people. I won't talk to the police because your actions will determine how the police will react, or the police actions will determine how you will react. Now, impressive mobile reality, impressive more responding to the issues. Now, yes, say, what is the objective of this demonstration? Now, yes, say, what is the objective of law enforcement? Now, yes, say, what will be the implications of say one party flout to the rules? And because it's a Munamu consulting, you know, I will engage you people meaningfully. Now, at the end of the day, and I say process is now more productive. Now, you achieve the objective of the demonstration, and I said the reason why you want to, I go on the demonstration in the first place because number one, you can be doing the right things wrongly. Number two, you can be wrongly positioned. And then number three, your disposition will allow you or will not allow you to have access to certain things.
Well, As a Obi and Beck consult, no, but the American is, I am not satisfied with your response, but my fan is,
And I say consultancy, and yet they are not satisfied because they can't have a consultant. Now, my main can say, me say, now me clear background. I mean, I say a higher security zone. Everywhere in Ghana, a security zone. Independence Square now, Muma, a year, a month for a demonstration, a security zone. Come, mausoleum, a security zone. And most places are security zone. And then we involve the police. And I say, yeah, from Sokrana, you do police for who are normal, but say, on barbe protect you, and that's on barbe guide you. Other than that, most of the places here, security zone. So I want to have flowers now, you president, if FFS, a security zone. I said that whole area, that whole bus stop, Nima police station, to some level, whether 100 meters or 300 meters, yet me decline as a security zone. But no interest, I want to mean for until I did law enforcement to guide you. And I say, oh, yeah, mistake, ran out for one. Can say, oh, Mina, and Mr. 1 year. Other than that, most places are security zone defined by national security. And no one will decide where we should place the red line.
So, say a security zone now. I have me see here, Mr. Kumadoe.
Thank you, Larry. God bless you. We have cup of tea, yeah, hot cup of tea. Yeah, you're very fine. You'll be fine.
Very fine.